Paul Newman wasn't just one of Hollywood's greatest actors. He was a man who built a legacy that stretched far beyond the screen. With his piercing blue eyes, unmatched charisma, and decades of box office hits, Newman became a household name and a global star. But what many don't realize is that behind the fame and accolades, Paul was quietly building a fortune so massive that when he passed in 2008, it left his family not only secure, but overwhelmed by just how much he had achieved. And the story of that fortune continues to grow even today. Unlike many stars who splurged on luxury mansions and wild living, Paul Newman made wise choices that transformed his earnings into generational wealth. His acting career alone brought him millions, with classics like Cool Hand Luke, The Sting, and The Color of Money cementing his place in Hollywood history. But acting wasn't his only source of wealth. Newman was also a successful race car driver, an entrepreneur, and a philanthropist whose business decisions would shape the future of his family in ways few could have imagined. The most surprising part of his empire came from something far from movie sets: his food company, Newman's Own. What started as a simple line of salad dressings made in his own kitchen exploded into a multi-million-dollar brand. Today, Newman's Own products, from pasta sauces to snacks, are sold worldwide, generating hundreds of millions in revenue. And while much of those profits have gone to charity, Newman's savvy investments and other ventures ensured his family inherited extraordinary wealth, along with the responsibility of protecting his legacy. When Paul Newman passed away, his estate was estimated at nearly $600 million, a staggering fortune by any standard. His wife, actress Joanne Woodward, and their children became the stewards of his empire. But the true power of his legacy lies not only in the money itself, but in the values he attached to it. Paul believed wealth should never be hoarded, but used to create lasting impact. Through his foundation, his fortune has funded children's hospitals, education programs, and camps for seriously ill children around the world, efforts that continue to this day under his family's guidance. Still, inheriting such a massive fortune was not without challenges. Family tensions and disputes occasionally surfaced, as is often the case when hundreds of millions are at stake. Balancing Paul's vision for charity with the realities of maintaining such an empire has required difficult choices. Yet through it all, his family has worked to honor his wishes, ensuring that Newman's fortune remains both a blessing and a mission, a way to continue his life's work even in his absence. Paul Newman's story proves that true wealth is about more than money. It's about purpose. His family may have inherited a fortune big enough to make them filthy rich, but what he really left behind was a blueprint for how success should be used: to lift others, to inspire change, and to make the world better. His legacy lives on not just in his films, but in the countless lives touched by the fortune he built. And that's something no dollar amount could ever measure.